All right, my favorite little piece of water that runs through the heart of Vail called Gore Creek. I've lived here for 21 years and spent a lot of time on that watershed fishing and enjoying it, and it's having issues now. So we're going to talk with Peter Wadden from the town of Vail, and he focuses on Gore Creek and restoring the Gore. How are you?
Good. How are you, Mark?
Good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
It's nice to see you. I saw you during GoPro when you guys were
Yeah.
really launching the whole effort to really focus on and acknowledge and educate people about Gore Creek and the issues that it's facing. So tell us about it.
Yeah, we've had a big summer since then. We've done lots of hard work and lots of outreach to the community. We've got a pretty cool event coming up tomorrow. It's our 5th in a series we call Lunch with the Locals. I'll be giving a presentation at the Lions Head Welcome Center in Vail about beavers and the habitat they create.
And we know, I just know from spending time on Gore Creek that there's numerous places where they have constructed their homes. And they're important to have. They're not just a nuisance. There's important things behind it. So tell us
Yeah,
about
absolutely.
the good ones.
It's something the town's beginning to realize. For a long time, the town had a policy of removing beaver dams in Gore Creek because they have a tendency to run into conflict with humans. They're industrious. They're hardworking about that construction, and that tends to flood human infrastructure and human property. And
Right.
people understandably don't like that, but
Right.
they do create very important habitat for lots of other species. They're important to the hydrology of our high mountain streams. So we're trying to encourage people to find ways to live with them instead of living in conflict with them.
That sounds so funny too in a way, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But on Gore Creek, I know that it's been an issue in years past, and hopefully, along with everything you guys are doing moving forward to restore the Gore, that the beaver ponds can stay there, and the beaver houses and the beaver dams can stay there.
Yeah, those dams, the slack water, that creates habitat for fish and bugs, which are some of the species that we're concerned about, but it also creates habitat for boreal toads, which are an endangered species of amphibian in Colorado. They're pretty unique. They live up to 12,000 feet in altitude, which is kind of unbelievable for something that has no fur or feathers. And one of the few places they have left to lay their eggs and raise their tadpoles is in beaver ponds.
How do they make it through the winter?
They hibernate. They bury themselves in the mud and hibernate.
Stop it.
And then can't. That's the truth.
How interesting is that?
That's pretty neat.
That's neat. And we have some here, but
Yeah, there's a thriving population in the East Vail beaver ponds, but they're overall in the state they're not doing very well. So if you're someone who walks your dog or likes to hike around those beaver ponds, keep an eye out for them and try not to squish them.
okay, so great information on the website. Tell us about your website, lovevail.org. People can find everything they want to know about the programs, your lunch with the locals, and your efforts for what you all are doing.
Yeah,
to take care of the
absolutely.
river.
This website is a one-stop shop for all the environmental issues going on in Vail. We've got the bag ban, we've got recycling ordinance, we've got information about all of our environmental initiatives that the town's working on, Gore Creek included.
That's great information. I'm happy you guys are doing that. I had a chance to be a part of some of that in the past with Gore Creek, and I'll do my part to spread the word because we love that watershed, and it is hurting right now.
It is. It's listed by the State Department of Health and the Environment as an impaired waterway because of the low insect numbers. So we're really working hard with the community to try to turn that around.
Well, let us know what else we can do. We'll have you in here every once in a while to tell us about the progress. And this is not something that's going to happen overnight. It's going to take time.
Yeah, it took a long time for us to dig the hole that we're in, I guess you could say.
Sure.
So it's going to take a little while for us to dig out of it, and it's going to be a widespread community effort, that's for sure.
Peter, thank you.
Thanks, Mark.
Good to see you.
Always
As
good to see you,
good to
too.
So if you want to find out more about restoring the Gore and the Town of Vail projects and what they're working on, you can go to lovevail.org. We're going to take a quick break from the show. When we come back, we're going to be speaking with John O'Neill from the Vail Symposium about the big Republican-Democratic debate at Donovan Pavilion this evening.